Who really are you? Have you ever come to a point in your life, in the midst of all the busyness of the day, you stop, you look at what you're doing, and you ask yourself, who really am I? Who am I? And all of a sudden you realize you don't seem to actually recognize yourself. You're so stuck up in the system that you don't even know who you are anymore. Welcome to today's 4th episode of Tidbits of Tasty Tuesdays. My name is Magdalene Kamau. I'm talking to you from Mombasa in Kenya. Welcome. You know, a while ago I realized something. That between the age of 5 years to 10 years of my life, I was this little kid with big ears, obviously because I had a shaven head most of the time, who was so chatty, always speaking. The first kid to raise up the hand whenever the head teacher asks, who want to lead us in prayers? Who want to conduct a song? Who want to say something to the school? It was always Magdalene. In fact, I remember that specific head teacher called Noah Githinji, who always pulled it off the best way ever. She used to say, where is that real tiny girl belonging to Mrs. So-and-so? Can you come in here? And you can imagine going to the front, dusty self, looking so interestingly dusty because I was short and playful, and I had to be the one leading in prayers or the song, or even having to give a report that the head teacher wanted to give. I believe I was born a public speaker. However, I turned that into my blind spot. And that's what I want us to talk about today. I would want to help you. I would want to assist you actually. I want you to dare to discover your true self and hence your true worth. Why do I say your true self? Because there's a very good chance where you are right now you're half satisfied because you have turned a blind eye to your true self. You're doing what the system has called you to do and not what you are actually called to do. You're not actually attending to your mission, you're attending to someone else's mission, the system's mission. So who really are you? It's funny. When I turned 17, I cleared my Form 4. The high school studies in Kenya ends at Form 4. So I was taken to a college where I pursued computer repairs and maintenance. And for the next 13 years, from the age of 17 all the way to age 30, all I did was repair computers, and that's it. I repaired computers, built networks, and that's it. I never dared return to go back to what I knew best or whatever was built in me. Public speaking had been my blind spot for 13 good years. I never bothered with it. And you know, it's very interesting that we tend to ignore the true we in pursuit of someone else's desire. So today, without delaying, I'd want to ask you, do you really desire to find your true self? Do you desire to actually earn a living from your true self? Do you desire to live a good, beautiful story, to be a legend of the true self instead of being a legend of someone else's story? This morning I want us to consider the 4 Ds that will help us discover our true self and actually put it into good use. As I was taking a walk yesterday, I'm pushing myself this year to actually increase my ability to breathe in and out, as I realized that I've been actually panting going upstairs. Very uncomfortable thing. So as I was taking my walk yesterday, I came across the 4 Ds in my head that kept playing on and off. And I thought this must be something that I should share in the Tidbits of Tasty Tuesdays today. The first D that I want you to use while discovering the true self, your true self, so as you can actually be able to enhance your true worth. The first D is to do. Now do an analysis of who you really are. Now you're thinking, yeah, but I don't even understand myself. Perfect. I was there too. What did I do? I started revisiting my childhood desires, my likes and dislikes. I started looking at the things that I'm passionate about, and these are things that I'm actually proposing to you that you should do. Look at your childhood desires, your likes, your dislikes, the things you're passionate about, things that make you tick, things that make you dance, things that make you excited, the things that you desire to see happening. And then also take time to analyze people who are already in that field, people who are already practicing that which you desire. I mean, you cannot be the only one. That's not possible, because in this world there's a lot of replicated disciplines. So look at these people, study their attitudes, study their strengths, their personalities, things that you admire about them. They're not going to be without fault, but there are things in them that you look at and you go, wow, they amaze you. For example, you could find yourself fascinated by a web developer, the way he works on this black screen with blue and green text, and this fat cursor that keeps blinking, and at the end of the day he builds a system, and this system can run institution, it can make work easier. Or he sits there all day, and by the evening he's produced this beautiful website, and you're wondering, how did you do that from a black web screen? How do you do that? Guess what? If you're that fascinated by it, you might want to get closer and study what he's doing. You could have an undying love for salsa. You love the music, you love the way they twist, you love the way they just cut the sweat, they keep breaking this sweat, and they're so excited about what they're doing. You find yourself dancing along with them even though you believe you have two left legs. Could it be that you're actually fascinated by dancing because you're a dancer deep inside, and you're sitting behind the teller machine right there helping people cash in, cash out in the bank? Consider that. The second thing that you could actually do, the second thing after you do the analysis, the second D stands for diet. Now you're thinking, oh, now you're going on a diet. Yes, New Year's resolution, right? That's not what I'm talking about. Do a good compilation, compile the findings of what the people who have gone, who are already doing what you desire to do, what they are doing, and eat it. Eat it? Yes, I mean eat it. E-A-T. Eat it. Think of it this way. We say you are what you eat, which means having done an analysis of what you like, of your passion, of the attitudes, strengths, and personalities of people who are already doing that, it's time to eat. It is time for you to create a good concoction of what they do and eat it. Study it, absorb it, learn the do's, the ins, and the outs of that area, and then eat it. For example, if I wanted to be a writer, I want to create a blog that is going to be so exciting to read. The first thing I'll do is to look at other blogs, and then I'll look at writers, I'll follow some writers, I'll study what they do, and then write some more. If I want to be a software developer, I will study the codes of other people, I'll see where they're failing, I'll see where they're making it. I'll ask questions and then code some more. If I want to be a rugby player, what will I do? Watch rugby, live and replayed matches, do it over and over, get to see where they fail, where they make it, what are their styles, what are the things that they are doing over and over again, and then play some more. The same thing with salsa. That way, I will be able to increase my true worth in my newly discovered self. That way, myself, my true self, is no longer a blind spot. Now, the third thing I would want us to look at, after you have done, or you diet, the third thing is actually the most painful one, is the discipline. You pay it forward, pay the price forward, make it a habit, make it something that you have to do. Now, that which you intend to achieve will never come easily. Note that. If I want to be a salsa dancer because I desire dancing, it's not going to come easily. I'm over 70 kilograms and I'm actually very much unfit at the moment. For me to dance salsa, I'll have to cut off some weight. I need to get more flexible. So in every other field, that you're going to discover that this is my passion. Remember, you had always considered it a blind spot. You had always ignored it. For you to be able to go into it, to reconfigure this system so that this system is able to go to what the kind of system it's supposed to be, then that system needs to be changed. It means I'll have to discipline myself to adapt to a new situation that I hadn't been into before. That's what I had to do, to reconfigure myself from a computer technician to a public speaker. It doesn't mean that I don't repair computers. I still do, but it is now a smaller percentage as compared to the public speaking that I do. If you desire to stand out, be willing to go an extra mile, be willing to study more in that area, be willing to do more, because those who are already excelling in it have already done that work, which means you need to go even a bit further because you're having to reconfigure yourself. And it's a hard thing, it's a painful process, but you have to do it anyway. The fourth and the last thing that completes the 4 Ds of when you dare to discover your true self is the dance. You're wondering, what is she talking about, dancing now? No, I don't mean that. What I mean, if you're running a Windows 10 machine, dare to click on Microsoft Edge icon. Mostly it's at your taskbar. Click on it and see what happens. Microsoft Edge understands that it is in its own territory. It's in the Microsoft territory. So what does it do? It splashes immediately and fills up your whole desktop, and you're wondering, what? Yes, what? That's it. It dances because it knows it's in its own territory. And that's the same thing I want you to do. I dare you, launch yourself as fast as Microsoft Edge launches itself on Windows 10. Launch yourself. Go out there. Look for that opportunity. Why am I saying look for the opportunity? Because it's not going to come. It's not going to be presented to you by anybody. It's just going to have to be done by you. Go and create the situation. You have done your research. You have made a good compilation of your work, which is the diet. You have disciplined yourself. The only thing remaining is for you to go out there and do it. That way you'll have discovered your true self, and hence you have increased your true worth. There is not a better way for you to discover yourself other than going ahead and just dance. Think of it this way. Why did Nike say just do it? Because it's time to do it. Just do it. Just dance. And that's the way you discover your true self, and hence improve and increase your true worth. I hope to see you sometime soon, and hopefully next Tuesday in the Tidbits of Tasty Tuesdays. For now, it's bye.